There's a reason why no NFL team has ever played in a Super Bowl in its home stadium. The road is difficult.
Leave no doubt.
Daunting.
No one can outfight us.
Filled with devastating challenges.
You got the heart of champion.
But this year's game in Minneapolis just might give us a Cinderella story. As the suddenly dominant Vikings are led by a duo.
Keenum passes, caught by Thielen.
And knows plenty about beating the odds. You being a big-time passer out of Houston, ton of NCAA records, that you weren't drafted, and you being a star at the Division II level, even thinking about selling dental equipment at one point before you got in the league. When you heard each other's stories, how much did that affect how you looked at each other?
So I knew a little bit about his story before he got here, and very relatable. You know, obviously going undrafted, kind of worked for everything, never got anything handed to him. You kind of appreciate guys that make it the hard way.
You can call it a chip on your shoulder, you can call it still being hungry, you can call it whatever you want. You know, it's just, it's who we are.
Keenum play action. He's looking into the end zone, sees nothing. So he rolls out to the right, fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings!
Adam, I'll ask you this question. What's the most impressive thing you've seen him do on a football field as far as throwing the football?
Oh, man, I think, you know, creating plays with his feet and then still delivering a really good ball.
Out of the shotgun, Keenum flustered.
And there's been a few times where I don't even know if he saw the guy and still made him miss.
Keenum gets away from a rush.
And then made another guy miss and then delivered a perfect ball to me.
He's going to loop one up to Thielen. First down, Vikings.
Okay, so I'll ask you this about Adam. What have you seen as far as the way he practices and what he brings to this team?
I know Adam puts pressure on himself every day to compete and to win. That doesn't matter if, you know, we're going against our defense in the spring or training camp, if he's running against Xavier. We're going up against Carolina this week, another great test. And I think that he's a great player every day, and it's not just on Sundays, what you guys see. You know, he's a pretty good dude off the field, too. Just we got to work on his golf game a little bit.
I saw a quote that your dad said, "You're so good under pressure, you could have been a surgeon." And I know you were going to sell dental equipment if this didn't work out for you. I'm curious if you ever thought about what you would pitch to him.
I could sell a lot of people's stuff, but I don't know if Case would buy what I'm selling. Because I try to sell him a lot of stuff nowadays, and he doesn't buy it too much.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, you guys have 4 games left in the regular season. The Super Bowl's right down the street. You have a chance to get home field advantage. Why can this team be the team that ends up playing every game in the playoffs at home, including the Super Bowl?
I think we're a smart team. You know, I think we've got great leadership. We all realize what's ahead of us. We all realize what could be, but at the same time, I know for me, I know for all the guys, we don't want to be sitting here in March and, you know, be saying, what if?
Adam, what would it mean being from here? What would it mean for this city to win a championship after everything it's gone through in the past?
Like you said, you know, being from here, man, you just forget how diehard these Vikings fans are and how bad they want it. You know, it kind of adds a little chip to your shoulder. You're just kind of just like, hey, I'm playing for these guys that have endured these long seasons and tough losses and all these players that have played before us. You kind of feel all that, and you try to take that to game day.